Good afternoon. Reese from Footwork here. Today we're going to be talking about some really exciting new features within the online ordering portal. Just wait a few moments for a few people to join. This will be also on our social media feed, so for anyone who misses the view today, we'll also have it on Facebook as well as our YouTube and Instagram page, and you can join any of those social media channels and watch this back. Show your colleagues as well. Alrighty, I'm sure there'll be people jumping on throughout the discussion. Once again, thank you for those who have joined. It will also be on our social media pages if you want to watch it back. Really exciting. Last week we had a small outage, a small period of downtime on our online ordering portal. This was due to some really exciting new features that we were able to release on Wednesday last week. Many of you have been taking up those options since last Wednesday. And it's important to note that these options have been available not on the online portal, but sort of circulating within our operation for an extended period of time now. So it's really exciting to bring you these innovative new features available on the online ordering portal. The first one we're going to kick off with, pardon me, is a really exciting feature called the Ghost Post. The Ghost Post is an intrinsic heel stabilizer. The name really comes from the fact that you can't see it, hence the name Ghost. So the Ghost Post, you can find this under the heel stabilizer options. It's at the very bottom, I believe, of the modification section of the online ordering portal. We're using this in lieu of a full or half heel stabilizer in mild to moderate corrective devices. I personally have been combining it on as-is devices, 6, 7, 8 degrees. Possibly though, once you do start to get above 10 degrees or more correction, a full heel stabilizer may become more warranted still. It's really good for shoe fit. I've loved it over the last period of time, incorporated it in devices when I'm conscious of the shoe fit, particularly around the heel. I am conscious though of the insertional plantar fasciopathy cases, insertional heel pain cases, and just making sure that due to that increased thickness that there is in that part of the orthotic device, that I don't feel like it's going to irritate that plantar heel pain at all. There is a really great video online. It's also been circulating within a couple of our workshops of recent time. So if you do want to get any more information about the Ghost Post, check out those videos on our socials, but also feel free to contact any of the team here at Footwork, and we're happy to have that chat with you. Pardon me. The next modification that we're going to be talking about is intrinsic heel lift. So intrinsic heel lift is an awesome new modification that's just come on our online ordering portal. However, we have been circulating it throughout our production for a period of time now. We're really excited to bring you this modification for a couple of different reasons. One of which, it can be used in lieu of extrinsic EVA heel lifts. Why is that a benefit? Well, for starters, there's no additional cost to the intrinsic heel lift modification. So you're going to have a cost saving benefit there by using intrinsic versus extrinsic EVA. But also the intrinsic heel stabilizer, it's single density. So you're not adding on a different density layer of EVA using the same density as the 3D printed nylon. It's important to note it's only available on nylon devices. You can have it on EVA. It's just very similar. You're just increasing the thickness of the EVA in the heel seat area. There's a really good video with Michael Nitsky that was alluded to on our social media pages, I think a couple of weeks ago now. Check out that on our YouTube page. It's a really good video, and Nida, good friend of the lab, obviously talks about how he's been incorporating it into his devices for a period of time now. Next up, we've got the longitudinal brace bar. So the longitudinal brace bar is a modification that many people would have seen. We've probably been using it now for upwards of a couple of years, but it's awesome to be able to bring it to you now on our online ordering portal. This is a great device. I've been using it a lot for midfoot osteoarthropathy, any arthropathies, but particularly OA of the midfoot. It makes the device really rigid through the arch. So if you do want to have an isolated increased rigidity of the device, it's really good for that purpose. Look, it's really superseded the use of EVA underfills. So traditionally we were applying EVA, different parts of the orthotic to make it rigid. That's a labor intensive, but it's a cost intensive, expensive exercise as well. So you're gonna save quite a few dollars, but also find a much nicer, more functional looking orthotic if you're using that longitudinal brace bar. And that's a tick box option now on the online ordering portal at the bottom of the modification section as well. So if you're looking to increase the thickness of your devices, or increase the rigidity rather, without increasing the thickness overall, that's a really good option. You can still see that the remaining parts of the device can be flexible, and then that longitudinal brace bar through that mid portion of the device can be really quite rigid. So that's it in terms of the new features for the intrinsic modifications, so within the shell. We're also really excited to be offering some new top cover materials. Personally, I've been loving a couple of the new innovative materials that we've been doing our research on. Thanks to Tom DeCanto, he's actually brought us the attention to a really innovative new material that there's a social media video on as well. This material, for those who haven't seen, it's called ATPU. So ATPU is a foam, pardon me. It's incredibly responsive, it's incredibly high performance, and it actually has a history of being incorporated into high performance running shoes. So check out Tom's video where he talks about those high performance running shoes and where this material's come from. It's completely hydrophobic, so water beads away from it. So if you're using this in combination with any sports shoes, whether it's walking, hiking, football, basketball, netball, soccer, anything where there's going to be sweat or moisture, this material is going to be awesome. And a really good feature is that you can't rip this. It's got high tensile strength, so you literally cannot rip this material. That's how strong it is, but yet it's super squishy and super nice feeling underfoot. You can see in this device here, we've actually incorporated in the mid layer of the device with a thin 1mm perforated EVA or Lunasoft top cover. The ATPU just comes in the 3mm thickness, so do be conscious of that when you are prescribing it as a top cover. You might want to consider just using a thinner top cover, such as vinyl, which is 1mm. You may even use Cambrel, but in this case, I've used 1mm perforated EVA on top. That's a really nice high performance orthotic that's going to be super comfortable underfoot, but also really springy and have incredible long-term benefits to it as well. The next material that we're really excited to bring to you is Rebound. So Rebound we've been testing now for almost 12 months. Oliver Tate, Geelong Cats podiatrist, has been doing a lot of testing of this, and yeah, we simply love it. It's about 4mm thick, so it provides a really good option if you just want to use a one-piece top cover. So what I mean by that is, if you don't want to be using this in combination with other layers, it's perfect just to have this combined with either Cambrel or Carbone. You're not obviously paying for multiple layers of material. You can just use this on top of your device, and it provides a really good solution for a full-length orthotic. So as I said, it's 4mm. So the top layer is about 0.8 mils to 1 mils to 1 mil. It's microfiber. So really good features, obviously, with microfiber, as we know. And then we have polyurethane mid layer. So really good, nice foam, nice and cushioned, but also good in moisture, high moisture environments as well. Check this out, particularly if you want to save yourself a few dollars, not using multiple layers of top covers, but also you want something that's really good for performance benefits, something that's good for almost all orthotics and doesn't take up too much space in the toe box. You don't have to use this with PPT or any other component. You can just slap some Cambrel, some Carbone on here, and you've got yourself a really nice looking orthotic. Perforated Lunasoft, I briefly touched on it before. This is 1mm. The standard portal option is 3mm. So if you do want that 1mm option for now, just pop that in the comments. However, if you are prescribing perforated Lunasoft, it will come in 3mm. A lot of people would have seen this with our cycling orthotics. It's an awesome option. It's got really good tensile strength as well. Nothing new, but now available on the portal, which is really exciting. And next up option, we have Plastizote. Many people will be familiar with Plastizote. It's been circulating within the industry for a long time. For those who don't know, it's a closed cell medical grade polyethylene. So it's a foam and it's really supportive in pressure offloading applications. So thinking about your accommodative devices, EVA, full length EVAs, or if you are prescribing orthoses for the diabetic foot, it's really soft, very cushioned, not too different to the ATPU. Fantastic. So our final changes and features within the portal are the padding options. Now, none of these padding options are revolutionary or really innovative. However, they are just probably by popular demand being added to the online ordering portal. So a heel seat is, as you can see on this device here, the red pour-on layer acts as a heel seat. So essentially, it's for cushioning of the heel. This can be warranted in devices where there's fat pad atrophy or even insertional heel pain pathologies. And then we have the horseshoe option, which is essentially the same heel seat application, but with a cutout in that mid sort of U shape. If you think about a horseshoe, essentially it's the heel and then cut away in that U section. So provide some offloading, calcopophysis, or insertion rather. If you do have those insertional pathologies, can be really well received as well. Really probably only prescribed in 3mm red pour-on, but you can use it in other options as well. By popular demand, the Morton's extension pad. So in lieu of using the Morton's intrinsic to the orthotic design, I think a lot of people are using this for short-term use. So if you just want to immobilize the first ray short-term, then you may use that as a pad as opposed to intrinsically. And then the Ude second plantar cover, it's obviously being readily used, provides offloading to the MTPJ. And then the final padding option is the Cluffy wedge, so dorsiflexing the first MTPJ. So look, nothing crazy revolutionary from a padding sense, but certainly you'll be able to order the pads now in the ATPU material, as we're using that predominantly as a mid layer as a padding option. But as I said, by popular demand, those options have been added to the online ordering portal. We'd love to hear your feedback. If you have any questions, if you want to know more about any of the new features, check out our videos, but also feel free to email info@footwork.com.au. If you are interested in a sample of the Rebound and ATPU, we are combining them in a little pack. So do feel free to ask for the Rebound ATPU pack, and we can send that out with your next orders. If you'd like to order one of these, just jump on email and email info@footwork.com.au. Ask for the Rebound and ATPU pack. As always, thank you for joining. This will be on our social media channels, so if you do feel like rewatching or if you have any questions and you want to show or speak to your colleagues, feel free to have a look on our channels. Thanks everyone. Have a great afternoon.